say yes? Will you say yes? Say yes, yes for me. Can you say yes? Say yes. Will you say yes? Say yes. Say yes for me. Oh, can I take you to the shower, baby? You say, and explore the fantasy. You say, oh, can I take you?
Queen Mommy, that was a perfect song. Phil Perry, Say Yes. I want to say hi to baby Dario. I think he is my youngest listener. He's only 2 months old, and his proud grandfather, Jose Antonio Soto, in Querétaro in Mexico, wanted me to say
1 minute to go, guys. 1 minute to go. 1 minute. Let's get it. Let's make it happen. Let's do this.
you can catch Paul Russell right here on the Soul of
your money to grow. Not talking about a bank or stock market rank. Here's what we're saying, the foundation we're laying. There's all types of money. Digital currency is changing the world. A way to even the playing field. Power for the people to wield. Still cryptocurrency, cryptocurrency, cryptocurrency. Changing how the world does business. Ask MLS system how to get in on this. Send money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system. Here to raise our financial wisdom.
Spreading like a wildfire all over the world. Don't get left out, learn what it's all about. From just pennies to thousands of dollars, Bitcoin grew. A worldwide currency, only a few knew well. MLS system is making it happen. Open your account and get tapped in. Digital currency is an emerging technology. A way to up your financial psychology. It's money you can spend. Let it grow exponentially before you dip in. It's called cryptocurrency, cryptocurrency, cryptocurrency. Changing how the world does business. Just make sure you get in on this. Sending money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system. Here to raise our financial wisdom.
Countries around the world are jumping in, creating ways to ride the trend. Businesses lining up to accept Bitcoin. Soon every store will join. Call MLS system to get your coins. Get in the mix, learn the tricks. Bitcoins are facing $1.20 to 1. Call MLS system to have some fun.
Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business.
All right, welcome everyone to the MLS Wealth Creation for Community, how you can literally change your life by being a part of this system if you decide to do so. Just real quick, I'm gonna go over a few quick notes. You don't have to sell anything here. There's nothing for you to sell, nothing at all. All you have to do is share, share, share. If you like what you see, you share it with other people. And by doing that, we pay you handsomely. And by sharing with other people. Okay, easy is done. Now, most of you or probably been praying for something to try to find something that's new. We've been around for a few years, but you know what? It's still new. It's still new to a lot of people, right? We are a crypto community. And we teach financial education. So I want you to start off with first note. I want you to say is stop thinking small. You got to stop thinking small. We are talking about millions that can be created here. Millions, not $20,000 and $30,000. If that's what you're looking for, that's fine. You can do that here easily. But if you're looking to get to the big numbers, you could do that here. Okay. If you're out there sharing it on YouTube, Facebook, whatever, for all the folks out there that's listening right now, please go to the www.mlstv1.com. That's our private Zoom that we're in right now, mlstv1.com. All right, so the first note, I love this note, this quote. It says, how to have a good day. Keep your gratitude higher than your expectations. All right, we always put God first. Let's make things happen, and we're going to do it every day. And the last note I got right here is, are you hungry enough? In The Richest Man in Babylon, I created this whole system based off The Richest Man in Babylon. In The Richest Man in Babylon, before you even reach the ladder of financial success, before you put your foot on the very first run of that ladder to success, you must have a strong desire. All right. So are you hungry enough to make a change in your life? Or don't come here, just sit around, just take some notes, right? Take some notes, guys, because what I'm presenting to you tonight can literally change your life if you decide that you want to participate in what we do. Who am I? My name is Derek Perkinson. I'm the founding visionary. My nickname is Wall Street. You can learn more about me by going to the page. You can learn more about me. All right. I got all kind of videos out there, walk you through a whole lot of process. So is it possible this year to create at least $250,000 before the year is out? The answer is yes, we could do it. We're going to show you how it's possible for you to make this a reality and a lot more. Okay. And again, I said it again, there is nothing for you to sell. So let's make sure we keep that in the back of your head. Now let's talk about some education. A lot of us been taught the same game, right? We've been taught to go to school, get some good grades, go to college, right? Go get this college degree, get out there, let's go make a lot of money. Okay. Well, if you notice what's going on right now across America, a lot of companies are laying off. You're not in charge of your own welfare, right? A lot of companies are laying off. This is huge. President Biden, this is some news that just came out about a week ago. President Biden signed into executive order that now they can take over anybody's bank accounts. Let me say it one more time. Let's make sure we get the news out. President Biden just signed into executive order that the government can go in and take over your bank accounts. Just let that sink in. Now, what's going on with the banking system? All right, in the banking system today, you know that a lot of banks are closing, failures. Why are the banks failing? Why are they failing? All right, I don't care. Every bank is doing the exact same thing. Every bank can fail. Every single bank can fail. They just choosing which ones is happening right now. Okay, so every bank is using what they call fractional reserve banking. What is that? What does that mean? That means for every dollar that you give to the bank to put in your bank account, they can loan out 9. All right, so every dollar can loan out 9. So if everybody right now says, I'm going to the bank to get my money out, guess what's going to happen? All the banks will fail. You got it? So we don't have the reserves in there. So that's the main thing. So your education, you got to learn about finance. What we teach you is about finance, how to finance and how to start banking privately. So that's a major key, right? Now, these people here, they have these great degrees and working for these great companies, Apple, IBM, Google, Microsoft, doesn't matter, Facebook, a lot of these people are laying off thousands of folks. The Amazon, they're laying off thousands of people, okay? And the reason why they're doing it, because they want to restructure. First thing they want to do is restructure, and they want to start bringing in AI. So what is AI? Artificial intelligence. So that's what's happening in the world today, all right? Now, we're going to teach you about how to get your new economy going, right? But the first thing you got to understand is this. You can care about the government economy, which right now is $31 trillion in debt. 31 trillion. We will never pay it off. Who do we pay the debt to? So the main thing is you got to ask yourself, who, if the United States is making its own money, creating its own money, then who is paying the debt? Right now, we in what they call state of crisis, because we are getting ready to approach the debt ceiling one more time. Again, every year we go through this process, right? One more time, and the Congress got to vote on, are we going to pass the debt ceiling so we can extend our debt even more to go past 31 trillion to 33 trillion, 35 trillion. You hear what I'm saying, right? So wait a minute. If we own our own money, then who are we paying debt to? And one, where are they getting the money or labor to pay the debt? See, that's the question you got to ask yourself. So the labor is us. The labor is the people, is the citizens. Your information is being bought and sold right there when you get a birth certificate, Social Security card, all that good stuff. Well, that person is actually help paying the debt to our debt to the United States. You got it? That's how that goes. Now, you got to learn how to fix your own home economy. You can't depend on jobs, because you already know people getting laid off. You can't depend on jobs. You can't depend on the banking system because the banks are failing. If you can't depend on the jobs and you can't depend on the banking system, then there's got to be another side that we can operate on. What's that other side? It's called the private side. Tonight, you're going to learn how to get on the private side, but still do everything you need to do. Still get all the cash flow you need, buy your houses, buy your cars. You're going to be able to do all that stuff you need to do right in the system. Okay? So what do you need then? If your home economy is failing and you live in check to check, then you need to get some new ideas. So this community is going to teach you about some new ideas. Okay? Now, we're the biggest secret on the internet. Now, why do we say that? We've been around since 2014. We started the Bitcoin community in 2016. A lot of people made a lot of money, 300,000, 500,000. We're going to show you examples of that. People made close to $1 million. And so what are we doing? The club name is our system is called Massive Leverage System, MLS, Massive Leverage System. Okay. And we help families, that's you, helping you and your family build a pathway to an income-free lifestyle. Income-free. Now, why do I choose those words, income-free? Because it's not a job. You have nothing to sell. There's no quotas you got to meet. There's no barriers you got to cross. Okay. So an income-free lifestyle. All right. So here's the right education. Now, what do you need? What arsenal do you need to have the right education to prepare yourself for the future and at the same time build more cash flow? So what is that? Well, one, you got to have a wealth plan. You got to have a real retirement that you're building on that's not dependent on the dollar, the fiat dollar. Okay. Professional development, right? You're gonna need to use your credit. Your credit is a tool to help you produce more cash flow. That is using the banks though, okay? Then you're gonna have to get insurance. You need to learn about life insurance on another side, not the side that your grandmother got, not that side, okay? Not the most what everybody has out there is what, we call IULs. We got people that's got these policies that's only paying them only when they die. We don't want those type of policies. We need policies that we can live on, that we can use, that we can build cash flow with. All right. Just like we use our HELOCs. So we're going to teach you all about these different things. Okay. Now let's talk about the first one. And in our communities, we have 10 Bitcoin or educational centers. We call them Bitcoin centers, wealth centers. We have 10 centers of education. And each education platform is going to allow you to produce more and more cash flow. Again, we're going to teach you to use the private side, but a lot of you are going to be on the public side. We're going to show you how to get on the private side. Okay. So here's the first thing. I got to get some education in crypto. Why? Why do I need education in crypto? Well, if you've been looking at the dollar, if you've been looking at other countries say we don't want the dollar anymore, for example, like the BRIC nations, they don't want to use the dollar. They go into something else. If you heard about this thing called centralized banking, centralized banking, the central bank's digital currency. If you have anything, you heard anything about that yet? If not, then that means that the dollar is going to be wiped out shortly, and they're going to be issuing what they call CBDCs. It's all in Congress. Look it up on digital. You'll see the information out there, okay? Now, so the thing is, everybody in the country, in the United States, you will receive some kind of digital wallet. You will receive some kind of digital wallet, okay? Now, that digital wallet is going to be, this is what they're preparing for. They're going to be in control of how you get paid, how much you get paid, and also if they need to take over your bank account. They're going to know exactly everything you're doing with your money, every single thing, unless you learn how to get on the other side, the private side of commerce, okay? All right, so here we go. So you're going to learn about crypto, okay? Now, I said before, crypto is huge. We got over 23,000 tokens in crypto. Why do I need it? Because crypto, that's what everybody's going to. That's what the United States is going to. Everybody in the world, sooner or later, will be transacting in crypto, sooner or later, right? Unless that government is not moving, and then they paying these outrageous fees. Let me give you an example. Like, if you look at Jamaica, $1 US in Jamaica is about 150 of their dollars. Your $1 is like 150 of their dollars. That's a crisis. That is a crisis. Do you understand that? So El Salvador was like that. They was like 50 to 60. El Salvador was like that. They said, forget it. We are done with the US. No more US dollar. They took their whole country to Bitcoin. The whole country operates on Bitcoin now. So what does that mean? Now they moved up everybody to an equal playing field with the US. A third world country is now going to be operating on the same level as the US, because right now in the Bitcoin world, you can tie Bitcoin to any currency around the world. It'll tell you how much value it is. Okay, we're going to show you some examples about that today. Now, Binance happens to be an exchange. There's over 600 exchanges in crypto. And so right now, a few days ago, these were a different color, but right here, they look like red tomatoes. All these red tomatoes, what it represents is a big sell in the market. A big sell was happening, right? All right. Then when they change, and now they changing to a green apple, that means the cash flow starts to come in. And there's so many people that made, 300,000, 400,000, $1 million. This is our level. This is our starter level. So you're learning how to create more cash flow just by being in our club. You're learning about more and more cash flow, what to do, how to do it, and what to get into. And we go through this process so you can learn more and more about this. Okay. All right, let's keep it moving. Now, how to stay on the private side. Most of you, if you know anything about crypto, most of you are operating with the exchanges. Let me give you an example. You might have Coinbase, you may be in Binance, you may be in crypto.com, you may be in some of these other things out there. You sending your dollars into that, and you leaving your crypto on that exchange. FTX, Celsius, Genesis, these other companies out there, they went bankrupt because all your coins, your dollars was with those companies. What we teach you to do is stay private. So what is this device? This device is called self-custody. It's a Trezor device, a Trezor device. We got other ones out there as well, Legends. You have a lot of different devices, right? Self-custody. Now, the cool thing about self-custody is no matter what I put on this device, nobody can't see it but me. Nobody can't see it but you. Okay. Now, President Obama talked about this device when he was elected. One time he did to a State of the Union, and he talked about how can we stop people? How can we stop people from walking around with millions and billions of dollars and nobody knows about it? That's what this device does. It keeps you private. Nobody knows what you got going on. You can travel with it. You're not carrying big blocks of, $100 bills, right? You can travel. If you travel right now overseas, or you come back from overseas and you don't declare the amount of money you have, they can seize your money. They can seize it. They can take over your physical dollars, take it from you, and then you got to go to court if you challenge it to get your money back. Is that fair to you? You took all this cash flow to build up, and you can't even travel with your own money. That's what's going on in America and around the world, guys. I'm just letting you know what's happening. So when you got this device, nobody knows what you got on there. Nobody knows what you got on there. That's your device, doing what you want to do. Carry it in your pocket, carry it in your wallet, carry it in your purse. Nobody knows what you're carrying and how much it's worth. Nobody has no idea. Okay, that's staying private. Now, if I need to move some of my cash flow, right? Remember, I can buy houses, cars, automobile. I can do anything I want to do with my crypto. Crypto is another name for cash flow. Cash flow. You stop associating Bitcoin or all these other cryptos like it's separate. It's not separate. It's a new form of cash flow. You need to get that in your head right now. It is cash flow. It is wealth. If you keep thinking in dollars, you are going to be left behind. If you keep thinking in dollars, you're going to be left behind. The world is changing right in front of your eyes, and you're not catching on. It's all over TV. It's all over CNBC, Fox Business, right? It's in all these different newspapers. It's everywhere, and you still refusing to spend a few hours to learn how to create cash flow. You're refusing to change your ideas. And what's going to happen? You're going to be left behind again. We already been left behind in a major movement, right? I'm talking to all the folks that start thinking with scarcity. You already left behind because you think in scarcity. You can't think big. You got to change your ideas. And if you don't change your ideas, it's a sad state of affairs for you and your family. You're going to just waking up one day. So what happened? Why I can't get my money? Why can I only pull out $50? This is already happening across the country. Some people went to the ATM and they couldn't even pull their money out. They closed the banks. They closed the credit union. They could not even go pull their money for 2 whole weeks. They couldn't pull their money. And you still thinking in dollars. You still thinking in banks. You still thinking in the wrong concepts. You got to change the way you think. Okay? I'm enough about that. I'm just going to stop this here for the